2023 soccer season's underway. Once again, welcome everyone to the North Maple Regional Park for this evening's matchup between our visiting team, North Toronto visits Vaughan SC.
Hello, friends. There we go. Hello, friends, and welcome to North Maple Regional Park here in Vaughan, Ontario. My name is Pierce Lang, and this is the season opener for League One Ontario men's soccer. We've got a real doozy of a match here for you with league champions and Canadian Championship entrants for the 2023 season. Vaughan Azzurri taking the field against surprise from last season, North Toronto Nitros, who finished in fourth after coming out of the gates red hot, going 5 games undefeated. Very exciting, attacking young squad here. Had a chance to catch up with both head coaches before the match. Got a little bit of news and notes for you here, friends, and we'll see if I can rattle off some of this here before the game really gets started. So with regards to Vaughan, a lot of excitement this offseason as head coach Patrice Gresher and Jordan Feliciano, the assistant coach, left the club and moved on to pastures new at Halifax Wanderers. Along with them went Riley Ferrazzo and Jose Nafranzo and Massimo Ferrin, some of the most dynamic players last season in League One Ontario, but there's a lot of players who are back this season for Vaughan, so there's going to be a real serious veteran core on this squad, starting at the back with former TFC Academy goalkeeper Gigi Catalano, who will be starting this evening. Daniel Gogarty's out there, who he himself spent some time with Halifax Wanderers. Go through that lineup. You've got Niall Higgins and Raheem Rose, who actually 2 weeks ago was participating in the Canadian or the Ontario Cup futsal championship. Who else we got here? Chris Manella, Christian Zappieri, and Dylan Carrero, former Valor FC midfielder, former MVP of this league. He'll be starting on the bench actually today. Took a bit of a knock during training during the week. So going through the starting lineup, you're going to have Niall Higgins, Raheem Rose, Daniel Gogarty, Joshua Bellouz, Omar Marzouk, Chris Manella, Ryan Robinson, Clyde Sala, Emmanuel Zimbarazis, Jayton Pabla, and in goal, the aforementioned Gianluca Catalano. For North Toronto, we'll be going from right to left in the red kits with black shorts. It's going to be Akeem Villius, Alex Mazarski. Ooh, chance coming here right off the bat, and low drive off the boot of number 9, Omar Marzouk for Vaughan. Continuing on with the North Toronto starting lineup, we got as far as goalkeeper Ali Gazanfari. Then there's going to be Brandon Barone, Christian Westlaken, Jacob Carlos, Juan Delgadillo, Justin Santos, Kai Martin, Luca DeMarco, and Zachariah Abdi. rounding out that attack up front for the boys in red. Ball goes all the way back to Catalano, and he'll scoop that up and slow things right down here for his squad. I had the chance to catch up with newly appointed Vaughan Azzurri League One Ontario men's head coach Sergio De Luca, who's no stranger to this squad. He's stepped over from the technical lead position that he took over a few years ago after leaving York 9. He said before the game, we knew that with Patrice and Jordan leaving, they were going to take our star players, and it's an opportunity to build. He's got a lot of experience, and it's a new era for Vaughan. There's no pressure. They're not reinventing the wheel. This club has a playing style and an identity that they're going to maintain and they're going to continue with this season as they have in seasons past. They've gone 2 years without a loss during the regular season. They look to continue that. Sergio's going to have a bit of a helping hand in the godfather, as he called him, Carmine Soko, who's well known around these parts, having been on the coaching staff at York 9 and head coach of the York University programs for many years here. Sergio mentioning that he's been a mentor to so many coaches here within the area. And he earns the respect of everyone, whether it be the players or the coaching staff or parents, family, friends, you name it. Opportunity coming here. Low ball towards the top of the box. Swung in across the face of goal, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. Raheem Rose here on the near side wearing the captain's armband. Mentioned earlier he was in the Ontario Cup futsal championship 2 weeks ago. Didn't have the dyed hair that time out and took a red card. Got dismissed, but he's here rocking the Gatorade armband. Matches his shoes. A nice little look here as he plays the ball back all the way to Cladisela. Vaughan will work the ball around the back. Opportunity knocking here as Vaughan looked to break in on that wing on the left side. Omar Marzouk was in the middle, but not available to get on the end of that pass. You're going to notice here that Vaughan are going to be playing a 4-3-3. They defend in a low block unless they're going to be pressing with their 3 up front. Ryan Robinson there taking a knock ball again across the face of goal and back out the other end of the pitch for a throw in for the North Toronto Nitros. North Toronto, you may notice, are in a 3-4-3, sometimes shifting into a 3-4-2-1 if they're in possession. This is Chris Manella. Ball pops up into the middle, turned away, but Vaughan come away with it once again. Sello out to Chayton Pablo. This is Rose with it now. Right-footed ball across the face of goal again, headed away. Kept in the North Toronto end. This is Manella. Sello's ball intercepted. Rose comes in and picks it off again. Ball being worked up the left side for Zachariah Abdi. Abdi with it, looking at his options. into the middle. Ball being worked around on the far side. Delgadillo putting the ball back in here. Bielus gets the call. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by CIBC, proud partner of League One Ontario, the Canadian national team, and Canadian Premier League teams. Like Vancouver FC have got them splashed across their chest this season in those Freddy Krueger polo knits that they're going to be rocking this year. Championship style thrown into Abdi. That'll go off his boot and out of bounds. Gatorade are longtime sponsors of League One Ontario. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel with Gatorade. Oh, dangerous pass there from Catalano, and he's going to get called 10 times out of 10 for that, as he took down Jacob Carlos after turning the ball over. We're 8th minute of play, and we've got a penalty for North Toronto as Catalano just with a catastrophic ball into no man's land in the middle of his box. I'll have confirmation on who the shooter is here. Low hard shot. Catalano, big save. Rebound knocked in. 1-0 for North Toronto. 8th minute of play. We had the foul. 9th minute, the conversion. Sounds like it was Jacob Carlos who converted on the penalty. We'll have confirmation. It was, in fact, Justin Santos. Number 19, if you're keeping track at home, his first of the season.
Catalano, let's go. Come on. It's okay. Come on. Let's go. All right. North Toronto goal in the 9th minute. Scored by Justin Santos, number 9. North Toronto.
Very uncharacteristic play there from the Azzurri.
North Toronto goal.
Chris Manoa, very deep in his box.
Justin Santos.
Which really, for me, I think back to those squads where Jarek Whiteman would have been up front for this Vaughan side with Manella in the middle, coming back and collecting the ball and then working it around so well in 2017, 2018 seasons. He's so good at that, coming back and working as the pivot and spraying balls around. But a bit of a miscommunication there between Manella and Catalano. 1-0 here in League One Ontario season opener. Vaughan Azzurri down to North Toronto in a bit of a surprise turn of events here. Catalano with a big booming kip. Well up over half. Rose heads that on. Giving chase was Marzouk, but it's knocked out of bounds. This is Rose. Good little battle there between Josh Bellews and his man. Manila playing it back. Getting it right back again. Head up, looking for options. Middle there for Bellews. Rose, left-footed ball, back post, and Robinson's header just goes wide of the goal. Lovely ball there off the boot of Rose, however. Opportunity knocking here for the Azzurri. I wouldn't be counting them out of this one just yet. And it's a great big crowd here at North Maple Regional Park. Remember when this was just again, 2017, this was just a patch of dirt, nothing here. It's a great facility that they've constructed in partnership with the City of Vaughan and the region of New York. This is Abdi spraying a ball out wide. Manolo takes a tumble as gets his feet caught up with Abdi. Ball cut back, top of the box, shot in towards Catalano. Rebound, and that's played away off the boot of Jayden Pabla. Catalano having to sprawl and make a big save yet again. Great work there by Kai Martin to get a ball into the box as he did there just moments ago. Right-footed in-swinger coming up from Martin. Lovely ball lofted to the back post, put into the middle. Cleared from harm by Pabla. Robinson with it now on the far side. He tries to clear. Takes a deflection, goes out of bounds. Ball being worked around. Manella laying it off to Rose. Zambassis back to Rose. A little lackadaisical with the pass from Rose. Almost picked off by Mazarski. Manella playing it out wide. Zambazis. Back to Gogarty. Or Sella, rather, that, not Gogarty. Zambazis with it again. Sliding challenge evaded. Out wide. Ball into the middle off of boot of Pabla. But again, there's a bit too much on that as it goes all the way out on the other side of the pitch. Big booming kick from Gazinfari, and that'll get headed back to Catalano. Akela. Rose with the full head of steam, being closed down quickly. Gets it out wide. Marzouk still working hard. Goes down very easily, though. He's going to have to get back up to his feet. Clyde Akela winning the ball back for Vaughan. Marzouk with a shot in towards goal and sneaks it in short side off the post. Not a lot that Gazinfari could do there. Game all tied up all of a sudden. 16th minute of play. Omar Marzouk with an absolute beauty of a goal there, smashing it low on the ground and off the post.
Goal scored in the 16th minute for Vaughan SC, number 9, Omar Marzouk. No split, Ralph. No split, Ralph. Yes, yes. Squeeze. Goal scored in the 16th minute for Vaughan SC, number 9, Omar Marzouk.
Kai Martin battling hard to try and win the ball back. Manella has it though, and he's laid it off. Pablo with it once again. Pablo moving into space. Rose to Manella. Manella with a no-look pass to nobody.
Go, Rock, good Rock. Loose, stay. Yep, we're okay. Good.
This is Vilius. Vilius with a 30-yard diag. No one there to get on the end of it, however. Barone losing out. This is Pablo. Marzouk with it now, the goal scorer. Vaughan taking their time, working the ball around. Not in a rush. Back in the game here suddenly. Manella slowing things down. Niall Higgins gets it back once again. Manella turns back to Higgins. Zimbazis with it now. Rose trying to get it back to Zimbazis, but it's tipped away by goal scorer Jacob Carlos. Or not goal scorer, that was my mistake earlier, but that's Jacob Carlos who slid in and made the challenge there, however. Higgins. Manella. Manella being closed down by Abdi. Marzouk unable to keep the ball in bounds. Will actually be a Vaughan throw, surprisingly. No. Scratch that. North Toronto throw. So I get for doubting myself here. Marzouk comes away with the ball once again. Ball into the middle off the boot of Marzouk, and he's looking for Robinson. Ryan Robinson unable to chase it down, though. And just like how I caught up with the Vaughan coaching staff, I was able to catch up with the North Toronto coaching staff as well, and had a quick word with Marco Milanovic out of the game. He gave me some good little bits of information here. He said his team really only had 2 weeks of training outdoors, so real test here for them in week 1 off a short start against the reigning champions. He said, we're counting on some familiarity with the players. Downsview was closed up until very recently, which caused that delay in them getting outside. They're looking to build from last year. For half a season, they spent trying to get organized defensively and weren't able to make up for what they were lacking. Falling towards the far side of the box, looking for Abdi again, but he's not there.
Think about who you're giving approval to, Joshi.
Milanovic said, at the end of the day, a lot of these guys who are older, we don't pay them and they show up, but they're committed. So they're going to be relied upon to really provide quite a bit of leadership. Jacob Carlos, who I've mentioned a time or two, has joined this squad. Ooh, very dangerous there. But Claudia able to step in, and Abdi goes down. A hard challenge. Opportunity goes by the wayside there. Is a bit of a miscommunication between the Azzurri players as they were unable to connect the dots. Ali Ghazenfari to get us back underway here. 22nd minute of play from North Maple Regional Park here in Vaughan, Ontario. Ball bouncing and bouncing and bouncing around. There's Westlake with the clearance there just a second ago. Or Mazarski, rather, that. Rose with it now, top of the box on his right foot. Low ball across the face of goal. Cleared by Mazarski once again. Abdi giving chase. Manella with it now in the middle. Plenty of time and space. Manella closed down by Jacob Carlos. Just a little bit too much mustard on that last pass there. Off the boot of Luca DeMarco. Higgins playing the ball out wide. Simbazis with it. Full head of steam. Plays it out wide. Pablo with it now. Back to Manella. Manella switching play. Robinson's pass deflected and out of bounds for a Vaughan throw. Big looping long throw in. Collected by Robinson. Ball swung into the middle. Rose is on the back post, but just a little bit over his head. Unable to get onto it. Vaughan threatening to take the short kick, but they're not gonna. Playing a ball into the box. Working hard to get on the end of that was Niall Higgins, but too little too late as it goes out for a goal kick. Abdi giving chase now. Sailor was able to get onto it. Pablo now working his way up the pitch. Rose moves into the middle, but he doesn't see him. Manella with it now. Manella chipping a ball up onto the other side, looking for Gogarty. And Gogarty was unable to control. From here, North Toronto are going to get a nice little 10-day break for their back in action when they have to head out to Peterborough and take on Electric City. Meanwhile, on the other side of the pitch, looking at the schedule for the Azzurri, they'll be taking on Scrisapi also in 10 days. Chance coming here, ball fed through for Rose, just a little bit too far in front of him. Scrisapi going to be one of the more exciting teams this year, looking to surprise a lot of people, I would imagine, as they've got quite a lot of turnover on their roster. A lot of familiar names for League One Ontario fans, starting with Braden Culver, Carla DeFeo, Cody Ellis, Luka Frankovic, Victor Gallo, Manveer Gill, Joshua Paradis, Kyle Porter, Thomas Skublak, Alexander Ziss, John Yaku, doing a heck of a job bringing in everyone and anyone that he can to help fill out the ranks for Scrisapi. Trying to repeat the magic he had last year with Pro Stars. Already took that squad into the playoffs and set a club record for points in a season. 28th minute of play. Catalano lumps one up over the halfway mark. Pinging around in the middle of the pitch. Finally, Gogarty gets a foot to it. Gogarty has it bounced right back to him. Higgins with it now. Gogarty turns and plays it back to Catalano. Catalano's ball finds Pablo, but he heads that one right out of bounds. Rose coming together. Chance coming as man's take it down at the edge of the box, but no call on the play as Villius looking for the call. No call, though, as you can see for yourself. 29th minute of play here at North Maple Regional Park in Vaughan. Villius gets away with a push in the back there. This is Robinson. But Villius able to get a foot in on that ball and clear it. It was a warm one today. Don't know if you guys felt the heat as much as I did. Certainly on the drive up here, I had the AC on. And I'm glad I was wearing deodorant. Speaking of, Degree are proud sponsors of League One Ontario, inspiring the confidence to move. Zambazis to take the corner here. Certainly cooled down this evening. Strong wind blowing across the pitch. With the sun going down, it's gotten quite cool here suddenly. Rose is going to get called for that every single time. He got a foot in just a little bit too late there on Jacob Carlos. Or Luca DeMarco, rather, not. Nazarski. Villas. This is Westlaken. Looking at his options, he lays it off. Ball goes all the way back to Gazanfari. Gazanfari pumping a ball up over half, but that one's going to go out of bounds for a Vaughan throw-in. Those taken down. Marzouk.
Go, Rob. Keep it in. Keep it in full back. Go again, Omar. Omar!
Westlaken turns the corner. Full head of steam. Plays the ball into the middle. Delgadillo with it now. Delgadillo with it once again. Abdi taken down from a challenge by Niall Higgins, and Manella's back the other way. Zambazis back to Manella. Manella, not enough mustard on the ball there. Higgins comes sliding in with a big challenge. Zambazis gets it to Rose. Rose dancing in the middle, but unable to keep control of it as Vilus slips and loses the ball. Marzouk with it once again. Left-footed shot by Marzouk, and what a goal! What an absolute rocket off the left boot of Omar Marzouk. His second goal of the game. 33rd minute of play. Marzouk making no mistake about that after he got the ball at the top of the box and smashed it across his own body into the opposite side of the goal. Delgadillo going back to Westlaken. Westlaken turns, trying to find someone. And it's Delgadillo again. He's going to try and switch play and smashed it well over the head of his intended target, Justin Santos. Appears to have forgotten his Superman cape at home today. This is Niall Higgins. Higgins turns, plays it out wide for Gogarty. Higgins pumping the ball up to Marzouk. Rose is in alone on goal, but Gazanfari is going to come out to meet him and clear that from danger. Pablo with it now. Kella to Manella. Manella ball chipped up over the top looking for Marzouk. Marzouk working hard to try and get it back. Belus missed out on the ball in the middle there. You can hear Carmine Soko here yelling for his squad to keep its shape, lamenting only moments ago about his team's inability to regain their shape after losing possession. Barone playing it back. Westlaken with it once again. Masarski. Velus. Santos. Santos got it into Carlos. Carlos turns. Velus. But Zachariah Abdi taken down in the box for a second. Penalty on the way here. 36th minute of play. Zachariah Abdi down in a heap. He's still rolling on the ground. Looks to be in a fair bit of pain. Trainer rushing onto the field. And you hate to see Abdi go down like that, certainly in the first game of the season. Looks to have packed on a couple pounds in the off season here. I know I was fairly critical of him last season for maybe not having the structural integrity to keep up with the big boys at this level, but he looks a lot stronger now. Looks like Santos is stepping up to take his second penalty of the game here.
Roy, are you joking me? Are you joking me? Stop waiting.
Santos steps up, facing down Catalano, and he blasts it right down the middle. And we're all tied up. 37th minute of play. Justin Santos with his second PK of the game. We're all level here in the 37th minute.
Number 19, Justin Santos.
Abdi's made his way back onto the pitch here. Looks as though he'll survive to see another day, much to everyone's surprise. Higgins with it now as Vaughan look to regroup and reestablish their tactical dominance here in this match. Abdi giving chase again, closing down Higgins. Gogarty laying it off, looking for Robinson. Kai Martin plays it back, gets it back once again, giving it right back again. Ooh, dangerous ball across the middle, and we'll get popped up into the middle with it's Jacob Carlos who came away with it, but Raheem Rose has it now as Carlos closes him down. Carlos taking down Rose, and that'll be a free kick. Possibly a, no, just a talking to here for the North Toronto midfielder. Kai Martin able to head the ball clear. Put an end to the Vaughan Azzurri attack. 7 minutes to go here in the first half, barring any additional time to be added on. And with the two penalties, I imagine there'll be at least a minute or two added on. Clay Kella playing it out wide to Pablo. Pablo's ball deflected, and he'll scoop it up to throw it back in. As it went off the boot of Justin Santos, who's tied for the league lead in scoring so far. So that's positive. Pablo with it. Pablo cutting into the middle. He'll lay it off for Manella. Ball lofted up over the top for Marzouk. Headed clear of danger. Westlaken making his way all the way across the pitch to close that play down.
Chris, deal with this. Hey, Robo!
Zambesis with the ball, top of the box, headed in towards goal, and ooh, very dangerous off of the head of Clady Kella. Long ball, they're looking for Santos, but Pablo's going to get there first. Zambesis is going to get called as he got the foot up real high there. Our referee coming over in a real hurry. Referee Kim Lee in the middle of this melee is man still down on the pitch. A lot of dispute going on about whether or not there should be a call on the play here as the North Toronto player still remains on the ground. Two here at North Maple Regional Park. 41st minute of play. Referee Kim Lee reaching into her pocket. Looks like she's going to pull out her booklet at the very least, if not find a card in there as well. Looks as though it's Delgadillo who's made his way back up onto his feet. Zambasis with the yellow card in the 40th minute. Delgadillo makes his way back onto the pitch. Nazarski playing that ball wide. Robinson was able to get onto it. Robinson with a full head of steam here, charging up that far side, cuts back, laying it off, gets it right back again, or rather that's Gogarty who looks to have pushed up. Manella with it now at the center of the pitch.
Yellow card issued.
Zambasis with it now.
Number 10, Emmanuel Zambasis.
Zambasis with it once again. Higgins now in the middle of the pitch. Out wide for Gogarty.
Card issued to Vaughan, number 10, Emmanuel Zambasis.
Clyde Kella, ball through the middle. Rose into the corner for Pablo. Pablo with it on his right foot. Looking to make his way into the box with a step over, right-footed ball off the defender. Nazarski was able to block that and goes all the way back to the Vaughan defenders. Gogarty with it now. Manella laying it off for Kella. Zambasis pass is picked off. Very cavalier from Zambasis. And that's going to go off of Jacob Carlos for a Vaughan throw. Carlos having a word there with the fourth official. Higgins switches play to Kella. Pablo now. Carlos reaching out to try and slow him down. Zambasis back to Kella. Kella turns as he's closed down. Jacob Carlos getting whistled down, as you would expect. Referee Kim Lee having a word with him. Gonna give him a yellow card. I think in all reality, he didn't really do a whole lot there. He threw it directly to the player who was going to retake the kick. But
number 10, Jacob Carlos.
Maybe Carlos was being a bit too sassy for referee Kim Lee's liking.
Yellow card issued to North Toronto. Number 10, Jacob Carlos. In the 45th minute.
2 minutes to be added on here.
Additional time did from the fourth official. 2 minutes of added.
Which seems a bit quick. As there were 2 penalties and 2 stoppages for the yellow cards, but Que Sera, it's 2-2 here at North Maple as Vaughan Azzurri are scratching and clawing tooth and nail, trying to keep themselves in this one with North Toronto, who've scored off 2 penalties here in the first half, both off of the boot of Santos. Omar Marzouk scoring 2 goals 16 minutes apart from each other the 16th and 33rd minutes as well. It's going to be a very different halftime talk in each of these dressing rooms. North Toronto will be ecstatic with themselves heading into the half, drawn level with the reigning champions. Probably not the same sentiments for the Azzurri coaching staff, as I don't think they would have expected to find themselves drawn level with North Toronto at this stage of the game, let alone this early in the season. But it is what it is, and that's a halftime whistle. We will be back in 15 minutes with your second half of action. My name is Pierce Lang. We'll be back with your second half of action for the League One Ontario season opener from North Maple Regional Park.
Macron, work hard, play harder. Vibrant Performance, Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. Sports Engine. Sports Engine, bring your team together with Sports Engine HQ. As well, thank you to the Canadian Premier League, where Canada Soccer takes flight. Ontario Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite.
And we're back with the second half of action as Raheem Rose takes the ball into the box and dangerous shot in towards Gazanfar, and he blocks that one and pushes it wide of the goal. Corner kick coming up for the Azzurri. Rose works his way into the corner. All into the box, bouncing around. Comes out as far as Pabla. Pabla giving it to Manella. This is Rose, bit of fancy footwork, top of the box. He's taken down top of the box, no call. Appeals for a penalty. Pabla giving it to Manella. Rose is still on the ground. Higgins with it. He's going to clear that ball out of bounds. It's 47th minute of play. And the Azzurri appealing for a call here. None given. Zachariah Abdi's going to play the ball all the way back. Catalano is going to try and keep that ball in bounds. He does not, however. Throw in coming for the Azzurri. Catalano takes it. Don't know that I've ever seen a keeper take a throw in before. First time for everything. He should have got called for a foul throw, though. Cala plays it out wide. Some bases to Higgins. Gogarty. Higgins with time. No real pressure here from North Toronto. They're going to sit back and absorb as much pressure as they can, I would imagine, here in the second half. Probably feeling pretty fortunate to be in the position that they're in. Delgadillo clipped on that last little bit of play there, hobbling his way back up the pitch. DeMarco out wide. Martin puts the ball across the face of goal. Abdi heads it in and just wide of the net, off the dome of Zachariah Abdi. Great opportunity for the boys in red as Kai Martin put a beautiful ball across the face of goal. Big booming kick from Gigi Catalano. Martin goes up to challenge Robinson. Some bases out wide. Westlake doing a good job, and eventually it's Kai Martin able to clear, but Abdi's offside. Zambesis. Disappointing play there from Ryan Robinson. Let the ball run on just a little bit too far. Gogarty to clear.
Lock it in, lock it in, lock it in. It's okay. Can we get it up? Pablo, lock it in.
Pablo getting it up. This will be Belus battling forward over the back of Velus, and Belus not going to get the call there. Probably just because of the fact that he's taller, really. Speaking from experience, if you're over 6 feet tall, you rarely get those calls on the shorter guys. Belus definitely not getting the call on that, as he took down his man very aggressively as Delgadillo found his way onto his hands and knees. Play switch with a long diagonal. Pablo brought it down. Santos playing it back, but Rose comes away with it. Rose still dancing, maintains possession. Robinson charging in for the ball, but it's cleared from harm. Abdi called as Belus finds his way onto his backside. Manella switching play. Kella pumping one up into the box, but Gazanfari comes up and pulls it out of the air. Gazanfari taking his time, puts it back down on the ground. Closed down quickly by Marzouk. Gogarty playing it to Manella. Manella turns. Some basis with it now. Lovely switch there from Manella. Rose with it, top of the box, dispossessed by Santos. Belus playing it back. This is Higgins. Kella into Rose. Rose in full stride, cutting across the top of the box. Belus able to poke it free, but only as far as Marzouk. This is Zambesis. Pablo playing it back. Higgins to Gogarty. Gogarty turns. Long ball from Higgins into the corner. Pablo got to it. Marzouk was not there, though, to collect that ball in the middle of the box, unfortunately. Great opportunity for him. Santos playing it back. 54th minute of play here, friends. Still 2-2. Story of the game so far, the 2 penalty kicks in the first half for North Toronto, both of them converted by Justin Santos. Omar Marzouk tying the game on both occasions for the Azzurri. Santos taken down on a strong challenge from Higgins. Higgins on him again. Values to Santos. Ball being worked around to Barone. Barone with it once again. Into the middle. Taken down on a hard challenge was number 8 in red, Delgadillo, but he's back up to his feet. free kick coming here for North Toronto. They're being asked to push the ball back a little bit. It's been a good start so far to the old League One Ontario season. Bit of controversy to kick things off. You love to see it. Ball lofted into the box, headed clear by Zambesis. Santos with the shot. Westlaken giving chase. Westlaken with it still at the top of the box. Pops ball towards the goal, but Catalano will come away with it. Bellou's going down, and as he does, he smashes the defender in the face with it. David Carradine, Kung Fu the Legend Continues style karate chop there. You'll have to be of a certain vintage to get that reference. Anyone under the age of 40, sorry. Great work there by Gogarty. Some bases with the ball into Robinson. Robinson's looking for Marzouk. Bellows comes charging in. Marzouk with it once again. Bellows taken down as he did his best to win the ball back. Looking ahead to Friday, Burlington will be taking on North Mississauga. 2022 League One Ontario MVP Jace Katsopoulos signing with his hometown Burlington Soccer Club squad in the offseason. And looking over at North Mississauga, a couple interesting signings there. Tristan Gale joining that squad, most notably. Actually, I say that, but really the real notable there is Cadell Thomas, former League One Ontario All-Star, Forge FC. Highlight Pushkas nominated goal scorer. I'm pretty sure. Was that? Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody, please. But we all know the goal I'm talking about. That game's coming up on Friday. Nonetheless, I digress. Saturday, plenty of action on the go. Sigma taking on Hamilton United at Tim Hortons Field. That should be a real good game between two teams holding associations with Forge. Skrisapi taking on Electric City at Fleming College. Woodbridge Strikers will be heading out to Whitby to take on Derby. And the St. Catharines Roma Wolves will be taking on Alliance at Birchmount Stadium. And then to close out this week's action on Sunday, Windsor will be taking on Unionville. Guelph will be heading to Sheridan College to take on the Blue Devils. Simcoe County Rovers heading on down to Waterloo to take on BVB Waterloo. And then the last game of the weekend, we'll see Masters taking on Pro Stars, the Ontario Soccer Stadium. Lots of fantastic storylines. Can't wait to see how these games play out. And then it'll be the ladies' turn with some wonderful storylines after last season's phenomenal start for the NDC referee Kim Lee blowing the whistle down, wanting to have a quick chat here with Habla. So I was mentioning last season's champions, NDC Ontario, who, if I were a fan of women's soccer, and I am, so not that big of a stretch of the imagination, but if I were and I were not me, I would want to watch this team as much as possible. Certainly, if I have a vested interest in seeing the growth of the women's game, this NDC squad are something to watch. Rosa Malouf, absolutely phenomenal player playing with the Canadian U21s right now. Amber Allen, who scored 2 goals against Alliance United in the League One Ontario final last season. Now, hold on a sec. I think I've got that wrong. You'll have to forgive me because no, I had that right. It was Alliance. But yeah, Amber Allen playing with or signing with the Orlando Pride last week. Absolutely phenomenal for her. A lot of exciting storylines. Certainly Tecumseh down in Windsor will be heading up to Curtis to take on Derby. St. Catharines Roma Wolves going up to Woodbridge to take on the aforementioned NDC squad. And then on Saturday, the 22nd, it'll be Guelph going up to host Simcoe, FC London out to Waterloo, Electric City out to Hamilton, Woodbridge taking on Alliance. And then to close out the games next week for the women's opener will be North Mississauga versus Pro Stars, North Toronto versus Burlington, and the Azzurri taking on Unionville Millikins. And it looks like we've got our first substitution coming in here for the Azzurri as Dylan Carrero's made his way over to the fourth official. Low ball driven into the top of the box, back into the corner. Kai Martin, his ball will be tipped up, and Catalano is going to keep it in bounds. He's unable to do so. It'll be another corner kick for North Toronto. Left-footed ball all the way across the box. Santos was able to get up and get ahead to it, but unable to put any direction on it. Rather that this is Santos now who's popped it up into the air. Habla now with it, able to clear. Lovely clearance. Chance coming here for Robinson. Robinson giving chase in Westlake and able to put that ball out of bounds and slow things down, give his team a chance to recover and get themselves back into the positions that they want to be. Carrero coming on for Zimbasis.
Substitution call in the 63rd minutes. Vaughan SC. Player entering the match, Dylan Carrero, number 21. Player exiting, Emmanuel Zambasis, number 10. Substitution call in the 63rd minutes. Vaughan SC. Player entering the match, Dylan Carrero, number 21.
Higgins with it now.
Emmanuel Zambasis, number 10.
Back to Higgins. Gogarty closed down quickly. He's able to clear up to Carrero. Carrero's first touch on the ball into the middle of the pitch. And unfortunately for him, Marzouk was offside. Substitution coming here.
Call in the 64th minute for North Toronto. Number 13 enters the match, Todiva. Number 10 exits the match, Jacob.
Well, you heard that. Jacob Carlos on his way out of the match, being replaced by Khadija Vukas, who, in talking to
number 13 enters the match, Todiva.
coaching
Number
staff ahead of
10
the game,
exits the match, Jacob.
Marko Milanovic was saying that he's come all the way over from Serbia, where he was playing with as a part of the Partizan system. Partizan, the arch rivals of Red Star Belgrade. Sorry, I was trying to keep up with the play there. Milan Borjans, Red Star Belgrade. Carrero trying to play a ball back against the grain. Manella coming in quickly to win the ball back. Pabla sliding in for a challenge. He's going to get the call, though, as he was dragged down from behind. Referee Kim Lee going over to have a quick word, and yellow card for Akiem Vilus.
Down.
66th minute of play here, and after the furious goal-scoring
Yellow card
frenzy we saw in the first half,
North
things have been
Toronto
pretty
in the
quiet here so
66
far in the
minutes.
first
Number 21,
20 minutes of the second half.
Milius.
Robinson chests it down. Kai Martin battling with him to maintain possession and win back for North Toronto. Abdi brings it down. No call on the play. Abdi, with arms flailing, takes down Gogarty. A little bit of pushing and shoving as Gogarty tries to get recompense from his opponents there. Feeling a bit hard done by. Rose battling hard. Gets back possession. Left-footed ball in, and oh my goodness! That one couldn't have got any closer. Off the crossbar, and just an absolute laser off the left boot of Raheem Rose. Gogarty in behind Abdi. Higgins goes up over the back of DeMarco. Abdi gets to the ball. Oh, wide for Kai Martin. Martin, edge of the box, right-footed ball in towards Catalano, headed just wide of the goal. Opportunity knocking there, but unable to put the ball in the back of the net was DeMarco. 68th minute of play, still level here, 2-2. Vaughan Azzurri. We've got a big game coming down the pipe against Montreal next week. I'm never gonna call Montreal anything other than the Impact. I don't care what they've changed their name to. Just deal with it. They're the Impact. Robinson. This is Westlaken clearing the ball. Still in bounds. Kella chasing that down. Higgins with it now. Ball lofted into the box. They're looking for Marzouk. Robinson comes flying in. Beluz to Marzouk. Marzouk with it. Gogarty with the ball back to Marzouk. Marzouk puts it into the box, and that's finally cleared from harm's way and out of bounds. Bit of respite here for the North Toronto defenders as they catch their breath. Manella brings it down. Back to Gogarty. Shot in towards goal and just off the outside of the post. Looks like it was deflected. Can be a corner kick for the Azzurri. Dylan Carrero to take. He's going to put a right-footed in-swinger into the box. Everybody's lined up on that far side of the 6-yard box. Nobody able to get onto the end of it. It bounces in the 6-yard box. Shameful, really, that no one managed to get on the end of it. Robinson. This is Manella with the ball out wide to Carrero. Carrero's ball into the box, headed clear from danger. Rose gets it back in. Carrero with a little bit of time, a little bit of space. That's not where you want him to have it. And Rose is going to put a shot just over the bar and out for a goal kick. Substitutions coming here.
Substitution called for Vaughan SC.
Zuri, Jared Phillips is coming into the match. So is Christian Zappieri coming out of the match.
Match number 20.
Looks like Chris Manella and Pabla. Both of them putting in a heck of a shift today. We'll see if this sparks a little bit of energy. Jared Phillips.
Sitting the match number 15, Jayton Pabla.
Phillips, someone who'll be familiar to League One Ontario fans for his many years of service in this league.
Number 2,
Gazanfari's ball gets up as far as Beluz. Beluz nods it on again.
Jayton Pabla.
Carrero got to it, but it's going to continue bouncing around in the middle of the pitch. Robinson got to it, but this is Kai Martin now. Martin trying to turn back into the middle of the pitch, and he does. Rose picking it off, looking into the middle of the pitch. Oh, Marzouk was there. Robinson into the corner, looking for Marzouk. This is Marzouk again.
No, don't turn back. Don't turn back.
Beluz. Switching play. Ball bouncing through. No one able to close down for the Azzurri, and Abdi goes down, gets the call.
They're looking for it every time.
You can hear the lamentations here from the Azzurri coaching staff.
Stop getting stupid. It's soccer. It's a simple challenge, both ways. Stop that. They're looking for it every time. Dylan, we detach him. Go, Robo. Yeah, obviously, but it's not ball.
Ball goes out wide looking for Martin, but he's unable to chase that one down.
It's a simple challenge, both ways.
Nothing really working out here for North Toronto in these last 10 minutes or so. Not really able to connect any of the dots and really challenge Catalano. Aforementioned Catalano coming out to pick that ball up, play it out wide to Phillips. This is the former TFC Academy man, Catalano, pumping it up. He'd have been on a team with several players who have made their way up to the first team and beyond. This is Marzouk. His shot deflected. Right to the ball off the boot of Carrero. Slapped away by Gazanfari, but he's still down on the ground after colliding with Zachariah Abdi. Abdi's down on the ground still. Looks like Marzouk's up to his feet. 74th minute of play, still 2-2. Substitutions coming here.
Substitution called for North Toronto. Number 15, Chaos Tubabola, entering the match. Exiting number 19, Justin.
Well, you heard it there.
North Toronto.
Justin Santos coming out of the game.
For North Toronto. Number 15, Chaos Tubabola, entering the match. visiting number 19, Justin.
Costubola coming into the game
North Toronto.
for the Nitros. We'll see if these substitutions bring a little bit more energy into the match here for these last 15 minutes or so.
She jumps backwards. You see that?
Higgins. Ferrero comes away with it. Probably could have left it for Robinson. Robinson finally comes in and collects and regains possession for the Azzurri. Carrero with it now, trying to split two defenders. He gets upended and he'll get the call. Then he'll get it into the face of Luca DeMarco for no real reason. But who might have questioned Mr. Carrero on his demeanor on the pitch? He's a proven leader and a proven champion, putting a ball into the box, and Gazanfari didn't even really have to move. It was right to him. This is Carrero nodding it into the middle of the pitch. Rose to collect. Rose closed down quickly, and easy call there for Kim Leas. Vukas held him up. Robinson with the ball into the middle for Marzouk. Robinson gets it back at the edge of the box. Ryan Robinson trying to make something happen. This is Carrero. Carrero slowing things right down. Belus winds up and fakes a shot. Kello wide to Phillips. Phillips left with the ball into the box. Here's a chance coming. Belus into Marzouk. Marzouk left footed ball in low and just not strong enough to really challenge Ali Gazanfari. Kella smashes a header up the pitch. Rose comes away with it. The defender fell to his backside. Belus laying it off. This is Niall Higgins. Higgins out wide for Phillip. Lovely ball into the middle and outside of the boot into the box, headed in towards goal, and what a save by Ali Gazanfari, sprawling out and pushed it against the post, it looked like from my perspective. What a phenomenal save. I mentioned in the first half, he's a phenomenal shot stopper, a little bit unorthodox. Martin takes a boot to the groin. No call on the play. And down on the ground suddenly is Christian Zappieri.
Okay. Everything's a high kick. Everything's a high kick. You should be thinking it. You need to work for I can talk.
Substitution coming here for Vaughan as Robinson's going to come out of the match, and coming in will be number 18.
Number 18 enters the match, Dujan Martin.
Dujan Martin, you heard it right there.
Number 14 exiting the match, Ryan Robinson.
Robinson put in a real good shift here. He was instrumental in that playoff run for the Azzurri last year. Big time hustle guy.
Dujan Martin.
There's Gazanfari adjusting a ball down audaciously in his own box. Confidence bubbling up after that huge save only moments ago. Martin dispossessed by Gogarty. Marzouk getting it into Carrero, just a little bit too far for him to maintain possession. Good little battle here coming as DeMarco and Marzouk work hard and ball worked around. Martin with it once again over the top looking for Abdi. Zachariah Abdi goes up against Higgins, comes away with it. Ball being bounced around and finally headed back from Kella to Catalano. Roll it right back out to Clay to Kella. Kella up over the top, and Gazanfari's going to rush out of his goal and collect the ball and slow things right down. Got a touch of cramp here from the North Toronto defender. Substitution coming here. It'll be Jalen Dumont coming into the match. Coming out of the match will be number 21, Akeem Billus.
Toronto substitution in the 81st minute. Number 11, Jalen enters the match. Number 21, Akeem exits the match.
82nd minute of play. Still 2-2, friends. First game of the League One Ontario season. Gazanfari puts it down. Pumps the ball up over looking for Martin. Gogarty heads it clear. Continues to ping around in the middle of the pitch. Abdi gets it to DeMarco. DeMarco chopped down from behind by Kella. And yellow card coming out of Kim Lee's pocket here. Referee Kim Lee having a quick word with now Higgins telling him to back away. Heidi Kella with the yellow card in the 82nd minute of play. Looks like we just had another yellow card, perhaps. You'll have to forgive me, I missed who got the second yellow there, if it in fact did occur. Should have an update on the announcements here in just a moment. '84th minute of play, still 2-2 here at North Maple Regional Park. Christian Westlake and standing over the ball. Two-man wall in front of him. He's quite a ways out. I'd be really surprised if he tried to put this on goal. At least from this range. I don't know that this is in his locker. Low ball into the top of the box. They tried to do something cute with Kai Martin getting on the end of it, but it was Carrero coming away with it. Marzouk switching play. Great work by Vaughan to maintain possession. This is Raheem Rose playing it into the top of the box. Finally cleared away again by Blue. Or Bola, rather, that. This is Clay DeCella. Higgins. Lots of time, lots of space. Time slipping through the hourglass here. You can hear head coach Carmine Soko trying to motivate his squad here to get something done here in the last 5 minutes of action. Phillips working hard on that far side, but unable to keep the ball in bounds as it's finally cleared by the North Toronto Nitros. have one last substitution here by the looks of it for the Azzurri. Abdi chests the ball down and plays it wide. DeMarco and Martin chasing it down. Martin with it once again, playing a ball into space, and Abdi not able to beat Jared Phillips to that ball, and you can see that veteran experience coming through defensively there for the Vaughan Azzurri. This will be Joe Mack coming onto the pitch for the Azzurri here in a moment. See what North Toronto can get done on this corner kick. 86th minute of play. Delgadillo to take. Right-footed in-swinger. Back post. Catalano reached for it. Looks like it might have gone off of Rose. Referee Kim Lee saying that it's a corner kick.
That's rubbish. That's rubbish. That's a joke.
Another corner coming here for North Toronto, left-footed in-swinger. Coming off the Budabola. Goes long. Westlake brings it down top of the box. Turns and fires, and nowhere near the goal. No trouble there for anyone on the Azzurri side. And ball put back into play quickly for Gogarty. Gogarty's going to ship it up over half, and he's got Marzouk. Marzouk's going to give chase this into the corner if he can get onto the end of it. He's unable to. Substitution coming here.
Vaughan Azzurri substitution in the 87th minute. Player entering the match, number 13, Joe Mack. Player exiting the match, number 6, Joshua Beluz.
You heard it right there. Beluz out, Mack in. Long throw from Gogarty. Carrero giving chase. Carrero puts the ball into space, looking for Gogarty. Gogarty was not able to get onto the end of it. This is Higgins collecting, laying it off for Kella. 88th minute of play here, friends. Here it's 2022 League One Ontario champions Vaughan Azzurri still drawn level with the upstart North Toronto Nitros.
JP!
This is Dylan Carrero over the ball. Kim Lee marching out the steps here to make sure that the wall is at least 10 feet away. Carrero's ball into the box, going up for it were several players, but it ends up being Raheem Rose coming away with it at the top of the box. Carrero, another ball shipped in, headed in towards goal off of the head of Duhan Martin. Lots of space there for DeMarco, but he ends up putting the ball into no man's land, and it's Rose that comes away with it. This is Joe Mack. Gogarty back to Higgins. 90th minute here, friends. 2-2. Jared Phillips taken down by Santos. Hard going for, looks like Jalen Dumond for North Toronto. Not sure what for.
90th minute yellow card issued to North Toronto. Player number 11.
Marzouk with it now. I was correct. It was Dumond who was given the yellow. We're going to have 5 minutes of additional time added on here in just a moment to this League One Ontario season opener. I think maybe a bit of this time was carried over from the first half. Martin's throw gets as far as Abdi. Abdi goes down. Carrero playing in Marzouk. Marzouk battling with Kai Martin, and looks like Marzouk might have been offside.
Has added 5 minutes of extra time. 5 minutes of extra time has been added. Fourth official.
Kai Martin's back up to his feet. You can see he's a little bit hobbled as he works his way up the pitch. He's put in a yeoman's effort here today. Fantastic work from the number 14. Abdi going up with Higgins on his back. This is DeMarco, closed down quickly by Joe Mack. Joe Mack holding his man up. DeMarco puts a ball into the box. No one there, but coming in on the far side is Bola. Bola with a shot in towards Catalano, and he'll look to get the play back up the other way as quickly as possible. This is Carrero. Carrero taken down by DeMarco, and a veteran move there, cutting back across the pitch to draw that foul. Carrero with it. Switching play. He's got Raheem Rose giving chase just a bit too far in front of the team captain, number 5, Raheem Rose. That ball goes out for a goal kick. For me, the story of this game has to be the 2 penalty kicks in the first half. Certainly a lot of consternation from the Vaughan SC fans and coaching staff and players after the first one given, which Justin Santos finished off, and certainly the second time around their demeanor was not changed. They were still not thrilled by the second penalty awarded against them. That man right there, Omar Marzouk, scoring the equalizer on both occasions, but despite all of that, Phillips goes down after going in on a strong challenge. But really, for me, play of the game has to be Ali Ghazenfari with that sprawling save here in the second half, keeping things level, keeping North Toronto in this match and possibly snatching points away from the 2022 champion Vaughan SC squad here in their first match of the season. Certainly a joyful day for the fellas in red, especially with as little preparation time as they've had, as Abdi goes down with Kayla on his back.
Stay in the hole, Dale. Raheem, drop a bit. Jake, come back.
Ball headed clear by now. Higgins, Marzouk able to get it out. Bola trying to hold up Carrero. Carrero's got it up. Marzouk all alone, and opportunity of a lifetime there for Omar Marzouk. And I don't think he could have missed any worse than he did. uncharacteristic from the man who's scored 2 absolutely beautiful goals so far here today. Kazanfari taking his sweet time getting the ball back into play, lumps it up over half. Abdi chesting it down. DeMarco with it now. Back to Kai Martin. Joe Mack blocking that ball. It's going to go off the backside of Mack and out for a throw-in. Kai Martin with a long throw into the box. Abdi chasing it down, but it's now Higgins who comes away with it. Higgins is going to escort this one out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Azzurri. And unless something real drastic happens here on this next run of play, I think it's murder she wrote here, my friends. Martin clears. Fogarty with a long throw. Sand slipping through the hourglass, moment by moment. Abdi with it now. Ball played out wide. And that's it, folks. 2-2 your final. As the Vaughan Azzurri drop points in their first match of the season against the North Toronto Nitros. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you today's action. My name is Pierce Lang. We'll be back throughout the season with your match of the week all year long. Be sure to check in at league1ontario.com for all the scores, highlights, and action all year. I'll be back next week, and we'll see you then. For everyone here involved in tonight's broadcast, thank you